Well, well, well. Welcome back to Party of One UHC. This is the first round. This is the interview, and we are in the second episode. Thank you so much for joining me. If for some reason you're joining me this episode, which would be very odd because it's in episode 2 of a season 1, so I expect everyone's perspective in total to get about 4 views. It either means that something exciting happens this episode on my end, or you're crazy if you're just watching me this episode and not the one beforehand. But it could happen, so I'm going to explain something I explained the episode beforehand. The reason you can't hear in-game sounds, this will be my second and final episode with post-commentary, because this episode especially, things go awry with the game mode. I get very frustrated. I have very little commentary to provide this episode, and a lot of it, unfortunately, is negative. And I don't like negativity in Minecraft recorded rounds because it's just Minecraft. But I really did get frustrated at this episode. Mainly just to boil it down, Arctic said self-diagnosis wouldn't be a problem. Self-diagnosis proved to be a huge problem, and this episode we just decided to cut it all together and replace the game mode with no tab. So that's that. I am getting some chickens though, and the reason being is I didn't find a good cave episode 1, so I want to have a backup plan and hopefully get enough arrows to maybe go nether. I know it's going to be a little too late to nether rush because nether rushing would have to be done like episode 1. So I'm hoping the plan at this point is get all the stuff and maybe go in like episode 3, because either people are going to nether rush or people are going to go episode 4, maybe episode 5 if it's episode 7 meetup, which it is. So that was my thinking there. Episode 3, I'm hoping it's not too crowded because people either already have gotten out or not yet considered going in. But if my caving luck does continue to go down, then episode 3 is my tentative plan. That's kind of what I was saying right there as I was gathering the sand and as I continue to gather the sand. Another thing that happens this episode is I get an interview where I'm shoved into a call with Pat Creeper Brown, and CJ and Brock are talking rather mysteriously and ominously about a bow. At this point, I don't have anything to make a bow, so I was a little thrown off by that. I'm like, yeah, okay, Pat has a bow. I will not engage him in bow combat on account of the fact he has a bow and I don't. And even if I did engage with him in bow combat, I wouldn't win. Pat is one of the better players here, no questions asked. So I was a little thrown off, but then I realized maybe it meant he had like a pretty good enchantment on his bow, or he found it like ridiculously early into the game, and the first skeleton he killed dropped a bow, or something to that extent, because otherwise it was a very, very strange remark. So here I'm just harvesting, what I cooked. I don't quite have enough for full iron yet, but I wanted to get the buckets, especially the water bucket, right away, and then I figured, hell, if I'm going nether, might as well need flint and steel, and then I get a little bit of armor going. Just the essentials, because it is depths, even if it's not self-diagnosis anymore, it's still depths, and depths mobs just hurt. I mean, you're fine if you're on the surface, but if you go anywhere in a cave, if you want to get any resources, you are going to be paying the price. Like, goddamn, those things can 2-shot you or 1-shot you, depending on which mob you run into and how much armor you have. So I think a little bit of armor goes a long way. As you can see, I'm typing here. This is just, like, I'm looking at the footage right now. There is no audio. I'm just like, in a bad mood. I'm playing my own round. I'm in a bad mood. I was a pretty surreal sport. I'm probably over-dramatizing it because I see a lot of other people in a lot of other recorded rounds that they get upset and then they'll like censor out a part, and I go, oh my gosh, if that is the part you censored out, like, you said some pretty gnarly stuff earlier and now you're censoring out a part, kind of makes me concerned. Maybe you shouldn't be playing Minecraft with such intensity. No hate towards those people though. I mean, you know who you are, and I know for a fact you're not watching this. So I'll go in a little more in depth, I suppose, on the roster. Because we did only have one death so far, and that was Julia, and it was very sad to see her go, especially the way she did go. That's the dangers of staircasing. So you can even be in danger when you're staircasing, something considered to be so safe. Go check out her perspective to see how she died, and I think to see just how much of a failure of a coach Nora was to her. I'm kidding, of course. One thing I like about this roster is that it's a nice roster. And not like, oh, that's a nice roster, but look at these people. They're all very nice people. And you should see our Discord. If someone has like a question about editing or Minecraft or anything, they'll get like 4 or 5 answers, and everyone's trying to help each other with their footage. They're throwing in suggestions for future seasons. It's really kind of cool. What a nice group of people I have put together here. And that's something that was really important to me. I didn't want any like saltiness in here whatsoever. I wanted people that I've talked to. I wanted people that I trust to upload. I want people that are interesting, and I want people that, you know, might not necessarily want to team with anyone else in the round. And I really took advantage of that. I'm like, okay, so people that, you know, maybe you don't like everyone in the round so much, but, you know, everyone in the round is nice, so you're not going to hate anyone in the round, but you don't have to team with them at all. So really, especially like when I do votes for future seasons, the votes are for, you know, does that person's skill level trump everyone else's? Like, basically, are they better than, I don't know, Crow, Joe, Sluggy, and Pat? Because those 4 are definitely the top. I don't want anyone to top them too much. I know people are getting better, which is, you know, not really called for. Like, what the hell? I saw Crow in a game yesterday with 4 kills. It's not, you know, that's not cool. But I don't want people that are too much better. And I want people that maybe need a little more exposure. Maybe they are not on the Reddit scene too much, but they're super cool, super friendly, and they have super interesting commentary sometimes. Like, I want people to want that, enjoy playing the game. That's who I want. I do find a spider spawner here, which is awesome. I think this kind of solidifies, okay, I am comfortable going nether. I do realize that I don't have full iron armor, but I figure I'll just find a cave with a little more armor. And yeah, look at all this string. So I'm definitely going nether, and I think the plan is still episode 3. I don't know when episode 3 I think is a good idea, but I'd say episode 3 is still probably a safe bet. I'm going to hold out a little bit, but and I'm holding out only because I want to find more armor. But yeah, that's, I think, a pretty clear plan at this point. And as we come to the end of the episode, and I mine this armor, well, I just mined the iron, but I hope to turn it into armor. I wanted to thank you all so much for watching and listening to my ramblings. Be sure to check out other perspectives. Some huge advancements have been made, and we're about to agree on no tab as the final game mode. And I will see you all in the next one. Cue intro, outro music.